This just in. Have you ever looked at your deeply unhinged Google search history, glanced at your private text messages and thought, if any of this ever gets out, I will literally have to fake my own death and move to a remote cabin in the woods? Well, you might want to start looking at real estate in the wilderness right now. According to a deeply terrifying new report by Maggie Harrison Dupre at Futurism, artificial intelligence has fundamentally revolutionized the world of cyber attacks, effectively dropping malicious hackers into a vat of radioactive waste and transforming them into AI-fueled supervillains. We are currently staring down the barrel of a catastrophic systemic privacy collapse where the past 20 years of your digital existence, your emails, health records, banking details, and embarrassing late-night purchases could be ripped from the servers of the tech giants and dumped directly onto the public internet. As a StoryBrand certified guide, I am constantly warning business owners that the era of blind consumer trust in massive, faceless corporations is officially dead. In a digital landscape currently drowning in fake, automated AI slop and relentless data breaches, your biggest competitive advantages are actually human trust and undeniable authenticity. So let's rip apart the absolute disaster of the AI-powered hacking arms race, explore why corporate firewalls are crumbling in record time, and discuss how you can use human strategy to survive a market paralyzed by digital paranoia. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Vicky Sidler, a StoryBrand certified guide and duct tape marketing strategist from the Strategic Marketing Tribe. And I help small business owners like you build failure-proof marketing by focusing on the exact 20% of effort that drives 80% of the results. All so that your marketing stops feeling like a miserable second job you never asked for. But let's be honest, if your messaging is confusing or tries to say everything at once, your ideal clients will instantly ignore you. That's what my 5-minute marketing fix was built to solve. Stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, why are hackers suddenly operating like supervillains? If you naturally assume that your bank, your healthcare provider, and your favorite social media platform have sophisticated teams of elite security ninjas guarding your data, you are painfully mistaken. The security infrastructure of the modern internet is essentially held together by digital duct tape, and hackers have just bought a massive pair of AI-powered scissors. A pair of chilling stories published this week in New York Magazine and The Atlantic highlighted exactly how vulnerable our institutions really are. Former Yahoo and Facebook Chief Security Officer Alex Stamos explicitly warned that there is a crazy amount of offensive activity happening right now, noting that companies are getting hacked every single day. Bad actors are no longer manually poking around looking for an unlocked digital door. They are using automated language models to instantly scan millions of lines of code, autonomously generating self-modifying viruses and exploiting completely unknown vulnerabilities before the software developers even realize a flaw exists. We have basically handed a master key to the internet's most prolific burglars and politely asked them not to snoop. But how fast are corporate firewalls actually crumbling? You might think that when a major software vulnerability is discovered, a massive corporation simply issues a quick patch and everyone goes back to watching TikTok videos. The timeline is actually a terrifying game of Russian roulette. According to data from the credit giant Moody's Ratings, the speed of hacking pipeline has violently accelerated. Back in 2020, it took bad actors roughly 700 days to successfully exploit a known security vulnerability. As of 2025, that average has plunged to a staggering 44 days. Palo Alto Networks is reporting a massive year-over-year increase in daily attacks, completely overwhelming the defensive capabilities of modern IT departments. Institutions are desperately rushing to issue patches over massive security gaps. But it is basically impossible for a team of exhausted human engineers to outpace the sheer, relentless speed at which bad actors are deploying AI against them. The bad guys don't have to sleep, and they don't have to take lunch breaks, and they don't need HR approval to launch a virus. So is anyone actually fighting back against the slop? If you are looking for a singular shred of optimism in this apocalyptic digital landscape, the exact same technology being used to break the internet is desperately being used to try and save it. Advanced, highly restricted AI models, like Anthropic's much-hyped Mythos, are currently being weaponized by a consortium of tech giants in a frantic push to get ahead of the attackers. In recent testing, the Mythos model was able to successfully identify a catastrophic 27-year-old vulnerability in OpenBSD, one of the most security-hardened operating systems on the planet, that had previously survived decades of human review and millions of automated tests. But even with these powerful new defensive tools, the reality on the ground is incredibly grim. Right now, the digital weapons are looking vastly more promising than the digital armor. When artificial intelligence is fighting artificial intelligence, the collateral damage is going to be your inbox. So how do you build a business when everyone is terrified? If massive banks and government agencies are actively getting dismantled by AI cyber attacks, your customers are completely justified in being terrified about who they hand their money and data to. You must realize that the ultimate competitive advantage right now is the undeniable emotional signal of real, verified human competence. Your audience doesn't just judge the final product you deliver. They judge your integrity, your security, and your authentic human care. In a world where data is constantly being weaponized, trust is the only currency that actually matters. You need a clear, structural foundation to secure your brand identity before the next massive corporate data leak destroys consumer confidence entirely. So get my 5-minute marketing fix. This rapid diagnostic tool uses your actual human brain to craft a crystal clear story brand one-liner. It gives you a standardized, reliable framework to align your message with total authenticity. Remember, you cannot prompt your way to customer trust. Prove to your buyers that your business isn't a careless, vulnerable data farm, but a fiercely authentic human guide who fiercely protects their clients. Stop losing sales. Download the fix now. You can get it for free in the description below or at strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? What is the most panic-inducing corporate data breach you have ever seen? I'll go first. Remember when a hacking group completely exposed Ashley Madison, the website explicitly designed for married people looking to have affairs? The hackers didn't just steal generic data. They dumped the real names, home addresses, search histories, and credit card details of 32 million users onto the web, completely destroying marriages and lives overnight because people blindly trusted a corporate server to protect their deepest secrets. Okay, your turn. What comes to mind for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, you might like this one too. It's about college students being consumed by resignation and despair as they're relentlessly pressured to use AI. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.